Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jan and today we're going to talk about learning vocabulary. My friend asked me about how to learn vocabulary. How do I do it? I must admit I hate it. I really hate learning vocabulary. I remember having all those long lists of words to learn and I never could do that. Okay, when I listed all the words from a chapter from the textbook before any kind of exam, I always got bad notes. So something wasn't working, although I really worked hard to memorize those lists. So I have to find out the new methods or alternative methods of learning vocabulary, and also I've done some research on the internet. So today I want to give you 5 tips about learning vocabulary. First thing that I recommend doing is reading. Read as much as possible. If you have to learn some vocabulary from a text, read this text not only once but 10 times. Do it aloud, so don't only read with your eyes. It helps you to remember whole sentences and the context where the words are. Read books, novels, especially those books or those novels you already know, so that you've already read. It helps you, it makes it easier to understand what's going on in the book. If you understand more than 95% of the text, you can use a dictionary to help you understand the missing words, but don't do it too much, okay? If you don't understand more, but you get the general idea, don't look in the dictionary, because it drags your attention out from the plot. You're concentrating on words and you're just losing the idea of what's going on in the book. The second thing, okay, reading is one, but I have developed also a method of, I don't know, I have never given it a name. Okay, it's also reading, so I read a chapter, a paragraph from the book. I read it once or twice, also aloud, so not only with my eyes. Then I copy it to my notebook, and then I look up all the words in the dictionary that I don't understand, so I note them down under this paragraph, this short passage, so that I can read it and look at the words at the same time. So then, when I have all the words written down, and also sometimes I get the phrases from the dictionary, or also I copy some example sentences there, then I read it again, okay? I read it aloud again and again, looking at those words, trying to remember them, and I'm reading it so long that I start to understand this text without looking at the words. Maybe I don't remember exactly the translations or the meanings, but still I get the sense of the text. So I do it like paragraph by paragraph. It's a little bit time consuming, so usually I do 2 or 3 paragraphs at a go. And the next time I continue this, the next day, the next week, it depends on how much time do I have, I first do a revision, so I read the previous paragraphs once, twice, maybe more times, so many times that I really remember, I see that I really remember all the words there. So, first was reading, the second one was like this deep reading, analyzing the text. The third point, the third method. My third method is, are flashcards, but I don't use the traditional flashcards. I use an app for this. I use Memorise, so it's really good. There are others, of course, and maybe I will do a video in the future about all these. But I find Memorise the best for me, because first of all there are lots of different languages there, so There are courses for probably most of the languages of the earth. For certain, you can find very good courses for English, German, Spanish, and those most popular languages. Memorise is community created, so those databases are community created, so you have to be careful when choosing a course, so not to choose the bad one. It's not always very easy to find it, so this is a disadvantage of Memorise, but still I recommend it. Find a good course with the audio. I recommend buying a pro version, because then you can use the listening mode, learning from listening, and revision of difficult words. Fourth method is using mnemonics or all those memes, etc. I think it's good when you have to learn a list of words because you have an exam and you have to memorize all this. Okay, it's not my preferred method because I prefer learning from the context and remembering in the context. But when I really want to, remember some words from a specific field, yeah, it helps. It helps to make memes or use any other tricks to memorize that list, so don't be afraid of it. And the fifth method is use it. Okay, using is very, very important. Okay, I have students who deliberately have new words, they try to use them in speech, they try to use them in writing, sometimes they overuse them, but this is the way it helps them to remember. So when you write something on your Facebook, use these words if it's possible. Use these words on Twitter, use these words in all the discussions during your classes, or just go on a walk and think about those words. Okay, build the sentences with them, note those sentences down. So using is very important for this. Thank you for this video, for watching it. These were my 5 tips for learning vocabulary. If you have any other ideas, please write them in the comments below and share your ideas with me and other guys. And of course, if you like my videos, give the thumbs up and please subscribe. So thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.